So, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna try again next time to get here. Sooner than later. But week after week, this seems to happen, and this is exactly why I stopped scheduling the times of my streams and rather just picked the vague days that I'd be here. I was gonna bail tonight, but I decided to be a dedicated worker because I have a great boss, and I just showed up late. So while it's just us, dear sweet lurker, I'm rolling ads. All right. Um, you caught me with the bong. I was looking at my. Holy fuck! I was looking at my calendar, because I track my cycle because my entire life revolves around this disability intrinsically tied to my uterine cycle. So I was looking at it, and it's like, bam, the very day that I just like cannot hold back tears is the day that my estrogen levels are peaking, and it's prime time for me to. It's literally so annoying how predictable it is, because every time anything happens, it feels unpredictable until I see the evidence, and I'm like, yes, this was very easily predicted. This was well casted. Like, what the fuck? it just blows my mind every time. Where I'm like, why do I feel like this? Why does it hurt so bad? What hurts? My whole body. I don't know. Estrogen aches. It's weird. I can't. I literally can't deal with it. So that's why I'm starting the stream so late. Is because I knew it wasn't gonna be midnight by 11:30, and then was just like, fuck it. At least I can try for one. Fuck it. At least I can try for two. Fuck it. At least I'm here. I don't even know what time it is. Um, it's all very it's all very sad. The world is a sad place. It's like people are very sad. It's very hard. I think the more I interact with the public, the crazier my emotions maybe get, or actually it's just again predictability based on where my womb cycle is. That's okay. It's not up to anyone else to give a shit. So it can be frustrating, but this is why I am my own boss. Because how it's one thing to call into work when you have cramps, right? And you're bleeding. Everyone can kind of like relate to that. Like, yeah, that would suck. But if I'm like, hey, I'm having like muscle pain because I'm ovulating, sounds a little weird because it's like most people don't complain about that. What the fuck are you talking about? And it's like, yeah, well, at least I'm not having suicidal thoughts. I guess I can be there. Just don't touch me, and don't mind if I start bawling my eyes out about nothing. I'll be standing there smiling with fucking tears strewn on my face. And it's like, well, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. Everything's so right. It's crazy. So I was gonna maybe not even mention that happened at all this evening, but instead did my makeup to suit the fact that that's what happened. And the fact that I said in the first 6 minutes means anybody watching the replay will hear that bit, unless they skip around. I feel like I always kind of lead up to these things, but sometimes I just get them out in the open because I think people underestimate the struggle and how I really do make things look so incredibly easy when actually everything is difficult. And then I'm also good at stuff, so it just seems like that. Everything is very difficult for me. Some stuff I'm good at anyways, right? But yeah, my life's a breeze. That's huge Taurus energy. That's okay. It's fixed sign energy. I feel like a lot of the fixed signs can relate to that. Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. Like, yeah, of course you see me as this one-dimensional creature that bores you because I don't fucking constantly feel a need to be doing things. Stay out of the prefaces. Fuck. I think I'm saying two different words. Because the precipice is the forefront. And I'm saying the depths, right? What word was I going to say? Somebody was trying to predict. Somebody. There's only two of us here. Someone was trying to predict what I was going to say. You screwed me up. It wasn't that. Stay out of the... Whatever. We'll call them catacombs instead. Scorpio card right here, death. But the Halloween Oracle doesn't really do the full... It's not a full tarot deck. And therefore, they don't have all the zodiac cards. They only have Leo and Scorpio. So something that's now coming to mind because I'm having this conversation is that the fixed signs really do, it feels like the fixed signs kind of dominate the whole, like, I don't want to say the whole spiritual realm. That would be wrong of me. There's so many, like, strong, great leaders and people who were other signs, but like the cardinals seem to be the ones who come out and call themselves fake. I kind of keep noticing that. Alan Watts never called himself a fake, but that's because he never pretended to be anything he wasn't in life. Whereas Ram Dass called himself a fake. This is me channeling messages, though. Ram Dass, an Aries cardinal sign, called himself a fake. John Lennon, Libra, cardinal sign, called himself a fake. So it seems like the fixed energy is what... It's almost like the fixed energy isn't grounding into this reality and this life, Earth. It's more like the fixed signs are in between worlds. And I think people assume they're very materialistic for being grounded and being fixed, when in reality, the mutables are the ones that are the most attached to the physical world, to me. Because... they're constantly doing stuff and constantly moving, and it's very fun energy, and I like that balance because they're very good with the real world. They're the people who will go out. I mean, Not all of them are going to be extroverts, but when mutables give themselves a chance to kind of go out into the world, do things, and see things, they excel at it. Like literally just going out there and doing things. They excel at that. That's so mind-boggling to think. Um, I more sit at home and do it myself, by myself, for myself. And so I might show you what I excel at, like talking, like smoking weed out of bongs. No, I'm a retired professional. I can't rip a bong like I used to. You know, um, painting auras. Thank you. Thank you, Peach. You've been lurking this whole time and just started to follow me? Or is the view count just lagging? Because it's funny either way, but thank you. Almost to 300, which is arbitrary on Twitch, but it means something to me. So thanks to 97. Thanks for being here. Not such expert painter, but either way, I painstake over things. Thank you. Oh, yeah, okay, so I think it is the viewer, though. The view count is definitely a little skewy, 11. Somebody was just straight lurking. That's okay. That's a Twitch thing. I had to get over that. I have to stop finding it creepy just because I've had stalkers doesn't mean everyone on Twitch is stalking me. It's like, yeah, yeah, right, register. It's very strange. But it's interesting. Just so you know, since you are new and because it's early in the stream anyways. Oh my god, are those froggies? We fucking love froggies. There you are. Yeah, we fucking love froggies. So, the pink box is just to indicate that if I'm on the tarot category with the pink box, it means that I'm gonna do tarot, but I'm not doing it right now. And then once the box is turquoise, is when it becomes like tarot time. It's weird how my throat did not get dry until right this moment. Not this moment, it was right before I started talking to you. I love how I went out of my way to say, not everyone who watches me lurks on Twitch is stalking me. But I think this one lurker from the beginning may be. Because what could you possibly have to say to me if you don't know me? This is so bizarre. Okay, that's, you know what? Let's do it this way. Get your pen, get your paper, get your... That's what I'm saying. Oh, I know all my readings are so creepy accurate to the point where lately I don't even intentionally do anything to see anyone, but I think that there is a general nature of scrying to the fact that we are looking at each other through glass phones, right? So there's a natural element of scrying, and because I can scry on my own time with my own mirror and my own reflection, there's this element of being able to just know and see and taste and feel and think what people are doing that watch me. And it's very funny how the people who I talk to will just say, oh, yep, that's me. You got me. Spot on, where I've been oh, who's drinking a beer? It's me. Who's eating pizza? Exact, stuff like that. That it cracks me up that people still come on here and act like they're not watching me. Like the people that I do know that do come and keep tabs. And it's like, okay, well, you can't make it obvious in your own personal life that you do this and then also keep denying it when I also know that you do it in the spiritual way. And then you make it obvious in the physical way, but then you won't say it out loud. It's literally so creepy that it was part of what overwhelmed me before I started streaming. Is I was like, I'm trying very hard to remain in my peace and be happy. But these things are challenging, and I think that people who don't take it seriously or don't believe it just disregard any kind of connection that you may have to it, regardless of your profession, regardless of your accuracy, regardless of how long you've been doing it, regardless of how many people support you. But and don't get me wrong, in no way am I trying to compare myself to this man. But I do think about how people hated Jesus more than the local criminals, okay? They hated Jesus more than local criminals who wronged these people, killed people, stole from people. I don't think Barabbas was a murderer necessarily, but they hated Jesus more than common criminals. All right? So it's kind of like if you have haters, it does not necessarily indicate that you are doing something wrong as much as there is something wrong with a situation. And just because you have to be the one to bring it to light, like Jesus did, because a lot of those people said, I fucked up, you came back from life, blah, 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 blah. I think it was a trans thing, but that's okay. We don't have to talk about it. The Bible talks about it, and no one wants to address it. And then the Christians are like, you can't be trans. God said no. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was the whole point of the story of Jesus, but that's okay. Like, you could do whatever the fuck you want, I guess. Under the guise of my Jesus. Don't talk about my Jesus like that. Like, that's, hello. Born an Aries man, died a Pisces woman. Like, the fuck do you mean? That's clearly what the story was. Like, the fuck do you mean? But actually, probably born an Aries woman, died a Pisces man, more likely. There's something very peculiar about some of the texts. It actually came up recently on the stream. Like, I read a quote from the Bible that was like, Jesus was saying, I like my women to become men and be more like us, like men. It's just like, wait, are you saying like trans? Sounded trans. Like, when I read it, I can't remember what the passage was, like, because they all got the names and verses. It was fucking wild though. It was just like kind of baffling and mind-opening, Bible-opening, that I just don't like the way people talk about Jesus now, as if they wouldn't be the ones who would have cast stones and whips upon him and made him carry that cross and stabbed him in the side and starved him and thirsted him. What do you call it? Dehydrated him. Thirsted him. Same shit, though. So that's pretty wild to think about. But I try to remember, no matter how many enemies, doubters, haters, or whatever the fuck, stalkers, fucking weirdo copycat people making bankroll off of everything I've ever fucking said is so awkward, okay? It's so awkward because, of course, if I elaborate on that at all, I'm gonna sound crazy. Even though it's like, but I have it was a live stream, I did it first. Okay, that's cool, that's fine. Do you? You know what I mean? Like, that's okay. That's okay. Punch somebody in the gut. Whoopsies. Oh well. What does that got to do with Jesus? Again, doubters, haters, fuck them. Jesus had them too. And that is everybody's saving fucking grace in this world. Some guy who was less liked and less popular than the common criminal. Okay, so like, I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I have to be, I have to just continue to walk in the light of Christ and do as he did, truly as he did. Not as they say he did, but as he did, which was to be radical, sometimes even violent when necessary, openly homosexual. Okay, I shouldn't say homosexual. I'm extremely bipan, polysexual, not at all homo, because that would indicate homo is one. Sorry, I shouldn't say homosexual. I believe Jesus may have been, but maybe he was bi. Maybe he was bi. Maybe he was bi. He may have been bi. But you ain't hanging around with 12 dudes and not getting any dick. That's the most ridiculous thing. Like, he literally was like, you guys should leave your wives for me, and they all said okay, and like none of them, no, wait, that's so made up. That is so made up. Like, they, God. Especially when they were changing their names and stuff. My question is, do we know that Simon wasn't a woman's name? Do we assume that Simon was a man's name? Because in the Bible, Peter was Simon. So we assume Peter was a man, Simon, who changed his name to Peter, still man, just no longer Simon. Or was Simon a woman's name? And Peter was Simon, the woman, right? And decided, I want to be man, Peter, now. Okay, and we just like disregard this aspect of the Bible entirely. For what reason? For these white dudes to be like, yep, man and a woman had a baby and raped a child. What the fuck? You guys are cool with like, it's legal as long as she's 14, but you're not cool with just two dudes or a dude in a costume or some shit like that blows my mind. And then I'm the bad guy. We're all anybody doing drag or being gay is like the bad guy. It's fucking insane. But these same people who are doing these things and making us wrong, making us the bad guys, complain about when we play the role of the villain, right? Do things unholy, satanic, whatever. And then they're like, see, we were right. And it's like, or maybe because you wouldn't stop saying it, we just started doing it. There's that too, but disregard that. These same people, under the guise of Jesus Christ, are making these accusations without actually fully analyzing who the fuck that guy really was. So, you know, what are you going to do? Again, I walk with Christ. I just hope that homeless are fed and sheltered and the sick are loved and nurtured and, like, you know, walk in my truth, speak the truth, know when to stand up and fight the government. Really, he hung out with a bunch of fucking nationalists, bro. Half of the dozen of them were radical, violent, and somewhat illegal nationalists, like wanted at certain points in time. Like, the fuck? What are you talking about? This campy religious shit. What the fuck story? Where did you get this idea of Jesus being like, straight and narrow, put your shirts on, let's go to church, kids? Yeah, where the fuck did you get that from the story of Jesus? It makes literally no goddamn sense. So, I don't know why this topic came up, unless maybe there's someone watching who's like battling with their own queer identity or accepting queerness in general, and maybe are religious and think that it's not right, but you gotta really read the Bible. Hey, you gotta really read it. I'm not doing tarot right now. We're just talking about theology at the moment. I don't really get the command things on Twitch. I'm like working on emotes right now. I don't have a list, but when the 2 and 2 people on my viewer, when the box is green, it will be tarot. Okay. Right now, I'm just kind of ranting. I feel like there's a lot of anti-queer stuff going around right now and a lot of hate on drag queens, and I was just taking a moment to talk about that, but also to relate it to the spiritual journey, as to discuss how Jesus was clearly pro all of it, pro-trans, pro-drag, pro-everything, pro-all sexuality, and then like the people who follow him the closest have ruined it for all other gay people by trying to have conversion camps in his name, and that's just like so goddamn ridiculous. It's so ridiculous of a notion, that when you read even parts of the Bible, you're like, did you hear that? Come on, my mouth. See, they're not interested. They're like, I need tarot. That's okay. I smoke weed. Twitch's rules is like, hey, if it's legal for you, it's legal for us. And I'm like, word? And they're like, yeah, as long as whatever you're doing on stream is legal, wherever you're at, you can do it on stream. And I'm like, bitch, I'm old. And it's legal. So I live in that part of the U.S., you know? So it's like, fuck yeah. Cool. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah, so anyway, I will be popping in with the tarot in a minute. I don't know what deck. If you want to choose the deck, I can give you a little rundown. I don't know if you're still here and feeling chatty. Ow. I don't know if this topic is very random, but again, it feels like maybe there's some kind of background for somebody where they come from the religious background and hate God, hate religion. I did too. I was atheist after I went to Catholic school for 11 years or something. Good. And I really rejected the church when I left, and kind of laughed about it for a long time, and then got real spiritual, and still was like anti-theology, anti-religion, anti-all this. And then only in the past year did I realize that Catholicism is witchcraft, and I do all the same stuff now as a practitioner as I did as a kid practicing. Catholicism of all things. And so it expanded my thoughts on Jesus. I've always kind of been one of those Jesus is my homie people, like retired Christian folk that are just like, yeah, still cool with Jesus, just not cool with organized religion and the people who associate with him. Buddy Jesus is another, like, love. I've always loved Jesus, but I'm becoming to understand it to a depth that I had not seen before, which I'm very excited about. And that's why it's been coming up a lot on stream, is because I don't talk about it any other time. What's up, Dom? I think about your tracks all the time. I haven't been in a music making mood lately. I had to just kind of block out some stuff and not pay attention to the fact that there's people who are literally trying to just completely copy my sound without me actually making music, which is odd. It sounds even weirder than it is. It is even weirder than it sounds, isn't it? I'm not going to divulge because that's okay. But other than that, it's going. So I just think of you all the time, even though I know I don't know you. But I appreciate you. No, it was way weirder than that. It's okay. It wasn't even a sound. It's their own sound. It's just my content, if that makes sense. It doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about it. It was on my mind, and for some reason, it's come up twice, and so I feel like somebody's still very much watching so closely at this point. And that's why it keeps coming up. It's like, if you look away, so do I. Okay? Don't come staring at me and be like, oh, how dare you look my way. And it's like, bitch, you were staring. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. Fucking wild, right? Maybe you're going through that too. I don't know why that message is popping up. That's okay. I packed this bong for a reason. I started late for a reason. Because I was like, let me chill out. Let me feel my feelings. Let me get through all my emotions before I try to deal anyone else's. And that's why I like to come on here and chat. And I always let people know. The pink box is chat mode. The green box is tarot mode. Because I like to be able to like say, okay, well, here's me. I will allow myself to be vulnerable. I'll even share some of what goes on in my day and let you know where I'm at, in my cycle, in my mental or whatever, so that we can clear the room of my own. Because if I tend to jump into the readings sometimes, it is just like invasive, Who? We could try it. I got the Halloween Oracle, one of the cards slipped out the other night, so I was planning on talking to dead people anyway. What's your suggestion? Is it the one who just died? No. I feel like I don't recognize that name, oddly enough. Hey! Does he have a song like big band? Not big band, not rockabilly, but a boom! No, it doesn't look like it. It seems like he's more folky. Oh, it's that. I think that's what I'm hearing. Like that. He did not complete his lifestyle. He did complete his lifestyle. He was born and died in Aquarius season, so good for him. Kind of really completed everything. And how old was he when he passed? He was old. He was pretty old. I mean, he wasn't that old, but he was pretty old. He had a really good life. Where was he from again? Why is this accent coming out? Was he from somewhere in the South? MD, that sounds like Maryland. And he lived in Oregon, so I don't know. It's maybe not the right accent. I don't know what that accent would sound like. But there's a bit of a twang coming out of him. Yeah, he did die 30 years ago. Or 32 years ago. I just looked, 2001. So, he lived a good, full, happy life, and I couldn't imagine anything more. I don't know what else you'd want to know. He had that old-timey kind of sound about him. It's not necessarily like an accent as much as it was the way he spoke about things or something. He had a strange voice. He says, drink a lot of water. Okay. Here's this weird thing. I just chugged my water, and then I said, drink a lot of water. And I'm getting this strange. This is strange. You would have to. I wouldn't. Maybe you could try to verify this. I don't know that anyone would have really known about this. I think when he was learning guitar, he may have been young when he learned guitar, so you have to imagine. he was kind of getting the calluses and stuff. He didn't play with a pick. That's why he did his finger picking, right? And so he would soak his hands, like soak his hands in water. It's so silly. Soak his hands in water until they pruned, towel dry them, and put lotion on, and then would go play guitar. It's kind of a silly thing. That was just something he did. I don't know. So he's like, if you're trying to play something new on the guitar, learn something different or channel, he's doing something weird like that. Try it because it feels like it's not your hands. But then once they are unpruned again, you're like, oh my God, I'm so much better at this. Like, there was just this moment. He would just do this a lot and soak his hands. That is so interesting. That's why. It's because he used to play with his hands swollen. Like, it's fucking crazy. It sounds weird as fuck. That is the message that's coming through, though. When I connected with him, it was like, I don't know what else to say other than I used to do this weird thing where I used to lotion my fucking wet hands. No, he didn't want to develop calluses. That was his thing, is he was developing calluses. So he was like, okay, I'm going to make my hands super soft and malleable while I'm playing guitar, not to treat them afterwards. Like, he would do this right before he played guitar. And then, like, once your hands go back to normal, it was a lot easier to play the notes that he practiced. And so he got better. This was like his way of I don't know. Maybe there's no truth to it. Like, I feel like that would be an impossible thing to try to figure out. But that was his little confession right now. I don't know. Very fucking funny. Very odd. Very odd. You should try it though and see if there's some kind of like thing to it. There's also some weird accent that's coming through. Yeah, there's a weird accent that comes through. And it looks like he's from Maryland. And I don't know. It seems like a more almost country or foreign accent or something. Like foreign from the US, of course. Yeah, I don't know. It's so strange. So that's really funny that you don't know how to describe it because I don't know how to speak it. I don't know how to. Isn't that odd? I feel like that's how you know it's him. Is this weird, like changing accent, even though he's like from Maryland and lived in Oregon. Like, what the fuck even is an Oregon accent? Who knows? They're in the north though. And the north has those whatever. Anyway, that's so fucking funny. Yeah. And does he have a song that's like, and I hope you play and a dun, 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 dun. Or maybe you're working on a song like that. It's something real campy like. So this yeah, soak them next time. It would be even maybe he's saying that because it'd be easier for him to inhibit your hands if you can't really feel them. It could be that. It could be that. That's a good point. If you're actively trying to, man, I just put you on some mad game. There you go. That's what it's for. Make sure y'all are paying it back straight to me. I don't want no more of this pay it forward. Pay it back right to me. But Dom, you're good because you sent beats. That's why I give you all my time and attention when you show up. Yeah, for sure. You need like the little caps for your finger picks. I love that. This weed just tasted like 2005, man. I don't even know how else to explain it. More like 2007. Oh, man. That's so nice. Gotcha. So cool. What's up, everybody? I'm just chatting right now if you have any questions or any requests or want to know what's going down. Merry Moment, wasn't sure who it was. How's everybody doing? I started so late. I know. I did talk about it a little bit in the early stream, but I'm trying not to talk about it. But if I go mad, no one will know it. I won't let it be seen, 'cause I don't want you to be sad for me. Be don't cry. Yo, everybody wants to fucking dress like the 60s. Nobody wants to produce like the 60s. Nobody wants to do anything the way that they did it then. They love the convenience of right now. They want to order those clothes offline, you know? They want to be able to pick them out from distributors all over the world. It's not really a 60s vibe. Global peace, global unity, sure. Global shipping, not so much. Wasn't really part of the vision, right? I often get stuck on production value because part of what we love about the sound back then was the low production value and the absolute raw talent. And nowadays it's like the more overproduced, repetitive, and catchy it is, the better it's perceived to be because it makes more money, because it's intrinsically annoying. Not annoying. You can't just call all catchy music annoying. But if it doesn't get stuck in your head, then it's not going to get as many plays, right? It's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? Something very genuine about music, and there's something very fake about the music industry, right? For a reason, where it's like, how can something as pure, powerful, right? That's what I'm saying. And I'm at a crossroads as an artist where it's like, I recognize that making things easier for myself would make me sound better. If I would just make my own beat or use AI or do these things to make it more consistent instead of just fucking winging it and not... Exactly. They are annoying, right? They're insidious. They're annoying. And yet we praise these people for making earworms. I don't want them. That's what I'm saying. I'm rejecting it. I don't understand why we allow the computers to get so strong when they already watch and have total control over us. Why are manipulating my life to sound fucking... It's making me insane, right? Or humans have hacked into my interface. But either way, what the fuck? Why would y'all just feed them? And it's like, I guess don't bite the hand that feeds you, because here we are being fed, right? I don't. Audacity, I don't do much. I record it, and then I scrap it together, making sure everything lines up, and noise reduction. That's about it. I don't care to do it. I think that's the whole thing, is like, Audacity is free, is what it is. It's not super in the budget to be making music right now, or like to be investing in music right now. Maybe even making it, I don't know. That's true though. And that's why lyrics have always been very important to me, I think, because you become indoctrinated by these things and these people. And if you separate the art from the artist, you're just giving a lot to that artist without knowing what they're about and what you're giving them. You're giving these people money and all your energy and all your time and all your fucking everything, and you have no idea what they're up to, or think you can just separate the music from them, and just like build their capital and their power without having any background checks. Like, and I'm not saying that, oh, if this artist is an asshole and has a bad day, they should be canceled, or if they tweeted something 13 years ago that was controversial today, even though back then things were fucking really wild. The internet was the wild, wild west. It was wild, wild west dot myspace.com. Y'all don't understand. I do not. But it's like, it's kind of one of those things where I'm not saying cancel culture, I'm saying more like sex traffickers and people who have domestic violence charges and 100 outstanding accusations. Like, those are the people we should be filtering through, in terms of stop separating the art and the artist. If they have a few bad takes, like, separate it, but we have to stop like glorifying and idolizing these people who are like participating in kind of like traffics, right? Yeah, I agree. I, not necessarily with Shel Silverstein, but sometimes revisiting anything from our childhood and recognizing that an adult made it and realizing that you still like it because it came from someone who you are now, right? And back then it was made for you to be able to digest probably some adult concepts. And I've noticed that there was a period in movies where it's a damsel in distress every time. They phase out of it. It becomes more family and adventure and friendship, which is actually great. And these days it seems like everything's so spiteful. I don't know. It seems like all these movies have little to no point, little to no development in the characters, little to no character development, which difference being an already developed character isn't going to show a ton of character development if they're developing a plot, right? Which I was talking about this the other day because I feel like Wes Anderson does developed characters really well. You don't see a lot of character development because the whole point is a lot of them stay true to who they are the whole time you're watching. And like, because they're so already complex and in depth in the first 5 minutes, you learn so much about them that you can move through it knowing who they are, knowing how they'll act, knowing what they'll do, and knowing they'll stay true to themselves. It's very beautiful. But I noticed there's like little character depth, little character development in a lot of the content they make for children these days. And I think people gave Shel Silverstein some shit, right? Because he was doing Playboy poems and children's books. But it's like, people are dynamic, and that is a scenario in which you separate the art and the artist, right? Where it's like you can have daytime, nighttime. It's the same situation that's happening with like drag queens, and they're like confused. People think they're gonna just like whip out dicks at a drag show. Like, that makes any sense? The whole point is to tuck them, you stupid bitch. Um, the right, and they just want to read books in costume. It's like almost the same concept, but in different contexts, right? And there's so much going on in the world that someone like me, I am very hopeful. We talk about this a lot. I come on here every day. I feel like I'm mentally and emotionally and sometimes even physically beat the fuck up. And I come on here and I give people hope anyways. And I have hope in myself and I have faith in what I'm doing. Even when I don't want to get up. Today was one of those days I didn't want to get up. I was already up, but I am in so much pain for it. Feels like no reason, but then I check my calendar. Thank you for the follow. And there's absolutely time and time again the same reason. It fucking sucks, man. I cannot explain it. We're not doing tarot right now, but I like your name. Yeah, sucks. Hey, have you ever heard of Oxomoxoa? That's a joke about me. That's a me joke at you. 'Cause what's up, newcomer? Yeah, the 2012 was a pretty weird year, right? I noticed it's when you joined Twitch. I wish I knew about Twitch in 2012, but I don't think tarot readers were really like on. Are you a deadhead? Are you a deadhead? Is that why you're laughing? Like, wait, I'm a deadhead. Because that's why I was like, it's a me joke. I have a fucking. Sorry, did I do something wrong? What happened? Why are you laughing? 4 with 4 viewers. Ready? Boom! I love that. We're all here for a reason. Should we do tarot soon? Okay, tell me why you're laughing. Let's conclude this conversation and then we'll get into tarot. We're probably at the hour mark. We'll do ads and then tarot. So, why are you laughing? You're not gonna tell us? Did you leave? They left. What the fuck? That was so funny. I thought we were having a good time. What happened? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not crying. Flight of the Conchords. Well, wait. Oh, you are having a lot of fun. You are still here. There's such a delay in the chat. It's now embarrassing because then everyone's going to catch up. It's going to be awkward. Yeah, no, and then the part I was singing Flight of the Conchords. I know. Okay. There's always like so many Australians in the chat. I feel like sometimes New Zealanders come around. It's usually a phase, a bunch of New Zealanders or a bunch of Australians, and then I confuse like which set is which. And then they get mad if I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, it was last night that all the New Zealanders were in the chat, and tonight it's Australia. It's like the time zone thing. I get it. Oh, cool. I have a friend that's from Chile. He's there. We met when he was in the U.S. a long time ago. Staying in touch. And when he was here, it was the first time that he saw snow, and I was with him. And it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. Oh man, I could just really. So, well, that's cool. I know there's like a lot going on there. Like, you could be in the city and it's like very similar to the life that we have here, and then you could also be in the country, which is like drastically different from there. Oh yeah, and the time. It's like more like 2 a.m. here. So that's cool. Okay. I don't really speak that much Spanish, and even if I did, it would be very much Hispanic, Spanish that they teach you in white schools. Like, I know that it doesn't, there's so many different dialects in Spanish, and they teach you that, in Spanish class, but they don't teach them to you, right? So even if I could try to speak Spanish right now, it wouldn't be good, and it wouldn't be Chilean Spanish, right? I guess that made my heart happy to hear that you're checking in from there, because a near dear friend that lives there. So that's such a beautiful thing. And you know what? If it snows again this winter, I'm going to try to remember that memory. And I wish that I hadn't waited so long to think of it until now. Because, well, I try to embrace the snow as much as possible. And I never hesitated to go outside unless it was super cold this winter. Like, I stayed outside all winter long, surprisingly enough. Not every day, but damn near a lot of them. And, yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, man, I'm not that good at keeping up with it at all. But there's still this disdain where right now I'm personally trying to get through Pisces season. We have like a few more days, and I just blocked everyone. I was like, you know what? If I really don't like you, I don't even want you to be able to look at me anymore. For a while, I didn't care and was like, let haters hate. But to an extent, it's like some people are just fucking obsessed, and it's actually just like suffocating, especially if they're close. I can't explain. I can't. And they think that it's me doing things to them when it's like, no, I'm just actually beautiful, fascinating, and you're heartbroken that I'm not in your life anymore. Shut the fuck up already, Okay, sorry. I've been trying to repress this energy all night. That's why, hey, I said at the hour mark, we'll run ads. I'll get more water. Maybe I'll even give myself a little okay, it's all gravy, no mashed potato, right? Prefer them baked. Oh, if only I was holding the bong right now, that would have been such a dope pun. Okay, let's just keep goofing off. Your faves could never. Because they need guests. And it's just all me, baby. And maybe sometimes the dead. That's cool. That's fucking cool. That's fucking cool. Yeah, I know. I know. But. So irritating. Stop. Watch it. It's that simple. You don't get why I. What do I say? What do I do? I don't know, but you've seen enough at this point. You know exactly what it. Thank you. Jesus, fuck. Sorry, y'all. I don't know who it was, but I had too many people in my mind's eye that was like lurking just now. That was so bizarre because it's such a weird hour that it's hard for me to believe that it was someone in particular. And yet, there just may be someone who needed that message. And that's why a lot of times I don't hold myself back too much when it comes to my personal stuff, because one, I do feel it's very fair to sort of have the perspective of both my life as much as our own, right? And what people say about themselves. And I don't mind keeping it fair in that way. But as Pisces season closes out, I think beyond firm boundaries, it's more firm decisions at this point. And I am waiting for spring as I've been instructed to. And it's so nice out right now. That I am trying to have a brighter view. I am very much working on seeing things from the greatest perspective I can have, and that's one full of joy, full of happiness, full of whimsy, full of love. And so, although it's supposed to snow and rain today, I'll just think of that moment outside the cafe where we stood in the snow and held on to each other for the dearest life and just keeping warm. That was a beautiful moment, and that was 13 years ago, and I still remember it like it was now. Because not everyone will see snow in their lifetime, and not everyone gets rain, and not everyone has the internet connection to be on stream. Not everyone has the opportunity to do as I do, you know? So at the end of the day, and the beginning of each day, and I think throughout the day, it's very important to continue to speak gratitude. I never want people to see my attitude as me ever lacking gratitude. I can still be very grateful for an experience. I can be grateful for a situation. I can be grateful for whatever the hell is happened, that I have, and still refuse to put up with certain things. I think that's a big lesson in boundaries, isn't it? And maybe that's very important for many of us to remember, as much as y'all don't want to hear it and are going to come back in 10 minutes. I can tell. I know it. I know. As soon as that green screen goes on, you know what? And that's okay. Someone will watch this replay and they'll think, damn. But it is a necessary toughness that comes with defending yourself, standing up for yourself, doing well for yourself, doing right by yourself. Because once you do yourself right, you can recognize who's doing you wrong. And once you see who's doing you wrong, you can say, hey, you're doing me wrong. You better do me right. One good time before you say enough's enough, right? So I believe it. I noticed the fluctuation, and sometimes I get that these fuckers will, and I don't mean anybody on Twitch, I mean the personal ones. Yeah, you never have to attend to the chat, but I appreciate that you do check in, because I never do know who I'm talking to. That's what I'm saying. As Pisces season closes out, there's a lot of there's a lot of parts of us that we're leaving behind in the 2012 to 2022 cycle. That is what we are leaving behind right now. And anybody who wants to stay in that cycle can stay in that fucking cycle. But I'm out. If only I could explain that there was too much to gain. There was too many games. There was a matter of names. There was what I refrain from giving the day of something. I don't know. There's like all these weird. It's about to be time to make some music, that's for sure. Not quite there yet, but if you're just like tuning in and out, or miss the fact that right now I'm just chatting, we're warming up, I'm getting some of these personal messages out. Sometimes these people need to be called out before the tarot so they don't completely hijack the readings. And so it was 55555 when I said that too, where it's like I can tell. If I know what people are eating and drinking and who's watching and what the fuck or what needs to be said and what this shit is, like it is wild that people still doubt when I know. That's dope. So yeah, that's coming up. Let's talk about all this. So tonight is St. Patrick's. Is turning St. Patrick's. I don't think St. Patrick was like the nicest dude in the world. We're gonna have to read a little bit about him and see if we care to channel him. So tonight's stream, I was gonna pull out the Halloween Oracle, but I don't know if I got the energy for it today. It was supposed to be, yeah, yeah. No. I think it is. So here's the thing. I always thought Aries season started on March 20th and ended April 19th, right? And if you ask anyone born on March 20th, they are gonna tell you they're Pisces. Literally everyone I've ever met with that birthday calls himself a Pisces. And I'm like, okay, I guess. It's like so random to me. I thought that was the first day of Aries season, but I think the 21st is this first day of Aries season, which is right. So like the last day of Pisces season is the first day of spring. So that transition into spring is the transition from Pisces to Aries season. So that's the true new year. And you can see that. It's the start of the zodiac calendar, number one, Aries. It's the start of the growing season, spring. It that makes sense. So you got to think 2022 is coming to a close in these next few days. And the thing about 2022 is that it's been 10 years since the world ended, 2012, right? And it did. It damn well did. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't give a fuck if y'all think I'm a conspiracy theorist. I fucking am. Okay? I fucking am. It comes with the spirituality. It just does. You learn things, you know things, you hear things, you're like, there's no way that's true. And then spirit will provide you evidence on evidence on evidence, being like, oh no, bitch. You better fix your shit. It's true. You know what? Okay, I'll go with it. I'll go with it. That's, you know, on everything. So there is something. I'm gonna hear it in two different songs simultaneously if anybody wants to do a remix of this. There's something in the way she moves, but also something in the water. Something's in the water. So it's like a Kendrick's Beatle remix. Anyway, pathetic. Okay, I'm gonna roll the ads. I'm gonna get myself water. I don't know what cards we're gonna use. I feel like there's everybody wants to use this pink deck. Thank you. I don't even know what the react button is, to be honest with you. Like emojis and stuff. That's cool. Um, what deck do you want? I don't wanna leave her now. You know I believe in how. You're asking me if my life goes. I don't know. I don't know. That's cool. Thank you. Cool. Cool. That's great. No, I should have one. I mean, there is like a list on my website, but it's not fully descripted because I can't figure out why the linked description pages don't work. It says read more and then it doesn't take you anywhere. But it's just like, I don't know why. And so there's just like a very short description because the tell me more links just lead to blank pages even though they're edited. It's very, very weird. But I can send the link anyways, or I can just tell you about them. Sometimes when it comes to picking a deck from me, it's really about picking a subject of something you want to know about, or if you don't know, that is in itself just kind of like I'm lost in the general guidance. I'm gonna do probably like a little series of all of them come the new year, but I might be taking that Monday off. I can't remember. I've got plans for the equinox, so I think Sunday, Monday, we'll have to do like our end of the year big festy thing, and then, or wait, Monday I might be busy. Tuesday I'm busy, and Tuesday I don't stream anyways. I can't really remember, something like that. So, we might end up just doing it a little early this end of the year. I'm gonna do all the decks like a, or I'll wait into like that first week of Aries season once the year is started. We'll do like all of the decks. Whereas for the end of the year, we'll do a warp of them. I can see it now. It's gonna be a lot of Thoth stuff and getting things out there, out in the open. A little vortex on the table. Let the cards fall in. If you're retiring, congratulations. I just heard that. I don't know. Someone's thinking about retirement. It's in the cards for you. I was picturing this like vortex of cards falling into a hole, and I was hearing that I am retiring, the retiring. So I thought maybe I'm retiring my Thoth deck, but then I looked up and saw there was another person. So I'm wondering if you're retiring from something. Congratulations. Good for you. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I actually like just blocked a bunch of people today and was like, there's no reason left for this. And like they can come at me fully, frontally, right? Which sounds like sexual assault, and that's not what I meant, but that's so cool and pure. You're doing that this week of March, the spring equinox week. Oh yeah, you said you're going to the all inclusive. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's amazing. It's a great way to spend it. This is a great way to spend it. Fuck yeah. Maybe that's retiring, relaxing, retiring into an island, getting away. No, I don't know. Nice. COVID stuff. Hey everyone. Oh shit, I gotta run the ads. I'll be right back with tarot. And for the kill. Okay, I'm working on emotes actually, so it's funny you would say that, but they will not be flubber themed. I'm so sorry. What the rule? Um, I went with some cats for now. I'm working on it. I was looking into it on my days off actually. I don't have Photoshop and I'm not about to buy it. It's simply not in the budget right now. But there's other things I can do, I guess. Amazing. Good. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that attitude because I'm like, bro, was Flopper even good? I haven't seen it since like 1999. But I do like blobs. So like I had LG phones for a long time. RIP LG making phones. Still holding on to me. It's not in good shape. But there is there was the blob emojis and they were like so fucking cute. I like kind of want to Google it. They were like the old Android blob emojis. You're gonna love this. And then they updated to be like more circular and similar to iPhone. and it was the most depressing. Dude, it was so depressing. And then they like took it away. And it says you can revive them, but you can't. You can just get like the fucking gifts, I think. Gboard. Yeah, it's just the stickers. It's so fucking annoying. I want the little ones. They're so cute. Okay, I'm gonna send you this link because they are on here, and then if you want them and you have the Google keyboard, you can get them. Um, these are my faves. Okay, sorry to anybody who's getting impatient about me not doing tarot right now. Okay. I also wanted to paint tonight. There was a few things that I wanted to paint. I'm watching my lag video. Whoopsies. This is not what's recording. This is what's streaming. There we go. So, I wanted to do the St. Patrick. Well, we need to know more about this month. I feel like today is just like an Irish day, right? Like, I just feel the luck of the Irish today. I don't know why. I mean, I am Irish times 2, but not that much. Oh, 111. So, probably more than I think I am. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of the witchiness I get is clearly like the Turkish Italian strega side. Hi, babe. But I think the Celtic witches are just as prominent in me, you know? So today I bought this bracelet and it's so Lucky Charm, dude. It's so Lucky Charm. And you know what? Protect the gold, okay? Abundance. This is what it's about. It's not about somebody coming to Ireland and bringing snakes and trying to fucking force you to do witchcraft because that's what Catholicism is. And I'm pretty sure that was the story of St. Patrick. I don't even think he's Irish. So it's a little weird. It's a little weird that we revere him in such a way. Yeah, Roman Britain. So he was basically a British Italian. So like the colonizer of all colonizers went to Ireland, colonized it, and then like left. I don't know. So it's just kind of like, oh, what the fuck? I guess he was brought there as a slave, so whatever. But then went back after. Okay, so he was getting revenge. Low key, I can kind of support that. I'm gonna be honest. Listen, if he was really a runaway slave and then went back to the country that he ran away from and wreaked havoc, that I can get behind. I fucks with St. Patrick. I kind of knew I did. I've been celebrating. Look at my fucking nails, bro. Look at my fucking nails. I told my nail tech, I was like, yo, give me that Lucky Charm special. Let me get that golden green, okay? So I knew I was feeling it and I didn't know why. If that's true, I gotta give it up to the guy. That's insane. 'Cause he like brought snakes or whatever. I don't know what happened. So anyway, that's cool. Yeah, go do your thing, boss. St. Patrick, I think is cool. I think he passes the vibe check. I ain't even gonna lie. I think St. Patrick passes the vibe check. I'm just gonna say it. I do think he passes the vibe check. Okay, thanks. Yeah. But he was, okay, and then, like, low-key was doing witchcraft right in front of them. That's so wild. He was like, let's form a church, a Catholic church. Fuck these pagans. Be Catholic. We're Christian, but we do witchcraft rituals in the church with Jesus. They're like, okay. And then it's like, wait, what's wrong with the pagans? They didn't have a guy? They didn't have a dead body in there? Like, I'm sorry. Was that your problem with it? Not enough necromancy? Okay. That's weird. That's weird. But okay. So, that's shitty, but it's kind of funny if they literally kidnapped him and made him a slave. Like, they kind of deserved whatever was going on there. In that way of him getting whatever he wanted or doing what he did. Revenge plot. I could see it. Wonder if he had a birthday. I didn't really check. St. Patrick's birthday? Do we assume? that it was. And yet he was born to wealthy parents. Was he or was he not a slave? Were they killed? Oh, he died on March 17th. I wonder if he was a Pisces. Pisces will fucking stab you in the back and be totally fucking snaky snakes. So that does make sense. But every garden needs a snake, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was like reading random stuff on Google. So I do fuck with St. Patrick, I'm pretty sure. He was like pretty cool. So we're gonna do like a little thing. I wanted to finish painting this. It actually looks cooler on the fucking camera than it does in real life. It's my recycled sketchbook papers that we were doing. This side is math, and so it turned into like a monster, but I don't really like it. I don't know. So on this side, I'm doing St. Patrick's, and my four-leaf clovers turned out really bad. My rainbow, not looking so rainbow. My pot of gold, looking almost empty. So we gotta update this either tonight or like later tonight when we stream again on this day. Yeah? So I think it'll turn out cool. But that was the plan. So for now, I'm gonna do tarot. And if they miss it, they miss it, you know? I think I am gonna go with the pink deck and the Halloween Oracle. I feel like nobody said much about what they wanted, and I think a lot of people got impatient and think I took too long. But channeling saints is always on my agenda. Talking theology, always gonna be important to me. I feel like some people probably perceive it as bully. I sort of want to use the cosmic deck of inspiration, well, initiation, but inspiration. But I don't think we're there yet. I think it's soaking. I think I have to keep carrying it around with me. They'll come out, or I might do them. No, they'll come out later. They will. We're not doing this deck tonight. And we're not doing this deck tonight either. These two have just been attached to me. It's like crazy. Okay. Deck's on the table. I also want to finish this little multimedia one. It's not much of a collage because I just want to put words on it. And I want it to have like Nancy Sinatra vibes. You know, like boots are made for walking. It's gonna walk all over you. But like not those words. So it hasn't come to me. But this is another one I'm working on where I'm like, needs you know. So that was kind of on my agenda tonight or later. The next stream tonight. And then this was out from last night. Why does my head feel like this? Why does my head feel like this? Somebody tell me. Why does it hurt right here? My usual spot is right here, but right now it's right here. Somebody hit their head. Somebody got a headache. Somebody get those a cluster. What are the ones in the back? There's like cluster, sinus, right? What are the ones in the back? Somebody, what is that? Why does it hurt right there? Beware. Beware. That's creepy as fuck. I know. You should stick around for that deck. There's a lot to talk about. So first I'm getting out the pink deck because it feels kind of like it needs to be said. For some reason, I couldn't really tell you like what that is about. But think this is King of Wands, yeah. Okay. So, is that why my head hurts? Nine of Cups. Look at you. All happy. That's good. Protect your shit. Do what you gotta do, man. Absolutely. King of Wands is like totally happy where I'm at. That's exactly why you're looking elsewhere, right, buddy? That's how that works. Okay, so chase your dreams, follow your passion, go where your heart takes you, listen to the sound of your own drum and realize that it is the heartbeat that you are. Okay, and that is the path to follow. That is the foot on the ground. That is the time is now. The Queen of Wands, right? Knight King of Wands was top of the deck, right? And then what was left in the I don't even know which is whatever. I guess you can't see it on the fucking camera. Two of Cups, love. King of Pentacles, earth energy. Girl. 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 Okay, King of Swords. So there might just be girl. Okay. So, okay, so listen. If you think you love someone, you should let nothing stand in the way. Nothing stand in the way of letting them know that there is not enough in thinking it, there's not enough in feeling it, there's not enough in letting it go. If there's been letting go and letting go and letting go, and yet there's also a standstill. Why ain't it going nowhere? If we let go, why ain't it going nowhere, right? There's fear, there's hesitation, there's so many people, right? Crazy. So many kings. We three kings, right? We three kings vibes for sure, because there's literally three kings. King of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Swords. What's this? Ace of Cups. Okay. So looks like the King of Pentacles. So if you're an earth sign or dealing with an earth sign, looks like the King of Pentacles is a sneaky. Okay, Seven of Swords and King of Pentacles. Sneaky. Don't know what he's doing. It's weird. It's like this sneaky energy, but like, who are you sneaking? Hello. Are you glorious of you to be impossible? I really love that name. That's very beautiful. You were here once before, it seems. Maybe a bit more, but we're amidst of this like very weird love reading, right? King of Pentacles vibes, earth sign, male perhaps, masculine elements to a earth sign. There's something sneaky, but there's no reason to be sneaky. Kind of. They're sneaking about something that is not that like sneaky, if that makes sense. Where I don't sense any cheating or anything, but they're sneaking. And so everyone's kind of like, why are you being weird about this? And they're like, about what? And they're like, okay. Okay, buddy. So there's like this energy with the King of Pentacles vibes, right? But Four of Wands, union, so maybe sneaky link, being secretive about a union. But the only reason people are talking is because they're being secretive, and it seems like there's no attachments that they would be. Like, there's something just weirdly sneaky, okay? Sneaky energy. That's the King of Pentacles. Then we got the King of Wands, totally happy where he's at, but also just like lusting after the past, looking back, looking elsewhere, very much clearly not happy. Fake happiness right there. That's just purely, come on, man, you're looking the wrong way. Um, Looking away from everything he has, even though what he has is great. That's King of Wands energy right now. The fire sign, double masculine, double masculinity, whether it's male or fire sign or both. And this is, I push this to be revealed. Once again, 3 discs, lots of talk, lots of talk, lots of talk. I don't know if this person's a big talker. Yeah, there's so much talk around this reunion, union. It's really a union. I don't know why I use the word reunion. And I meant to hold up the 4 of Wands. 4 Wands. So there's some type of reunion. King of Cups? That's all 4 kings. Shit. It was one thing when we were 3 kings, but all 4 just, how did I even pick this up? Where'd it come from? This is complete madness. And the thing is, there's only one queen, right? So I feel like the masculines are all like after feminines that are all chased after, if that makes sense. There's like this kind of I don't want to call it competitive energy because as a non-competitive person, I couldn't understand that. But it seems like the Queen of Wands is the one with options. And like some of the kings have other things, but that far from means that they are rejecting anything. And that's the trouble with it all, right? Is they're like, fuck, I can't take my eyes off of you like. Okay, so the Queen of Wands is sitting there looking back at this King of Wands, but also seeing this King of Pentacles trying to pull something off, and also seeing this King of fucking, where'd the King of Cups go? Hey, where he just come in and out from? He's gone. No, here he is again. King of Cups. Okay, good morning. What time is it? I don't know anymore. Okay. Good thing you're sleeping. Right. This union is bringing a lot of stress to people. There's some kind of like union going on that's bringing people stress. But for what? There's so much gossip. There's so much talk. There's no action. That's the thing. I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. Then what are you doing on the stream? You got time for this, but you don't got time for that? That's a lie to yourself. You're hyping yourself up for what? Nothing? Good for you, boss. Good luck out there. Queen of Wands looking okay, so still got the King of Swords here. Don't forget, still got the King of Swords here. And Ace of Cups. It's all about perception. It's all about, hey, letting the fucking feelings come in, letting the emotions be brought to you. Look at this offer coming in for a king, okay? For the King of Swords. New perspective, right? Something changed in him. Stepping up to the plate kind of energy, right? So there's just, of course. And oh, look at top of the deck, Queen of Pentacles. Underneath it, the 10 of Cups. Oh my God. And then a Knight of Pentacles. This is what happened in the last time we used this deck. This is what happened in the last time we used this deck. It was, oh my God, it was the same. Did I not shuffle? I shuffled, didn't I? Definitely thought I shuffled. Pretty sure it's the same thing. The Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles at other ends of the rainbow. St. Patrick's Day. Hello. Yeah. Who's the pot of gold? Where's the pot of gold? You are each other's pot of gold. The earth signs, the earthy, this Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Could be like a business partnership because of the double earth thing, but there's a rainbow, a 10 of Cups. You know, the King of Wands was like, I'm content with my Nine of Cups. The fucking Knight of Pentacles, he's like, I'm gonna go get my 10. I'm gonna get my 10. Like, fuck holding up. I'm gonna get my 10. So, if you're the feminine, there's a sit and wait and sure be sad, be pretty. But if you're the masculine, it's time to ride at dawn. Like, there is a need to ride at dawn. We ride at dawn. For the masculines, right? That's air, fire, mask presenting, assigned male at birth, whoever it is, the top. Or is that too sexist? I don't know. That's sexist. That is probably bad. But, like, if you don't know who to pick, like, just think of anything. It doesn't have to be hardcore gender. That's all. That was really the point I was making. One that leans more one way or the other, if not the dominating element of the chart. You can see how many of your placements or how much of your chart is masculine versus how much of it is feminine. It's really just an energy that's used throughout history, in astrology, in humanity, just simply to sort of denounce or, direct the two discerning energies. It's like yin and yang, masculine, feminine. So use them lightly. It doesn't have to be coded to actual gender. But if you are the femme, being the earth sign or the femme presenting one or whatever it is, then just you don't have to make any moves at this time. Let the masculine come to you because he's on his way. And if you're the masculine, right, the air or the fire, just it's time to make your move. It's time to go in. It's time to just say, hey, here we go. Okay. Coolio. Yeah. Beautiful. That's the second time it came up. So Queen of Wands is coming out, right? It was upright, but then it got flipped on its side. So it's like there could be an emotional, like letting go of something emotionally. And then the Hermit is here, right? Virgo. So, withdrawing, being like, all right, so what are my options? It's fine. Seven of Cups. So many choices, and yet I feel nothing but betrayal, right? I just feel betrayed. So now I wonder, what is it that I should be working on here? 7 of Discs. Let me tend to my garden. This is very much Virgo, but also just like hermit mode in general. Oh, I love that. You know what? That's going to be the vibe tonight for the next stream. I'm going to hopefully start a little bit earlier and be on time for St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's probably be getting drunk. I thought about having a drink. I gave it up for Pisces season, but it's been since like February 15th. So I've made it over the month, and all I had was that one sip of sake because it was very celebratory. I had to make sure my girl kept her job, you know what I'm saying? I had to cheers it. Like, that's on God. It was so sweet. It was cherry sake. It was delicious. But, like I had to do that. But, like, I haven't actually had a drink in over a month. So I feel like, do I cheat for the sake of my ancestors? Do I not put Bailey's in do I at least get like a little shot of Bailey's for my coffee? That's me too. Me too. But maybe that's because we're Tauruses, Taurus ladies even. I always say I'm not much of a lady every time somebody calls me a lady, but then here I'm like, I'm a Taurus lady. It's like, no, you're fucking not. You don't get to just be one now that you decide when after you just told everyone you weren't. No, shut up. Okay. Flexible identity, bro. It's called gender fluidity for a reason. If I'm in lady mode, I'm in lady mode. And guess what? Peak ovulation. Of course I am. Nerd. All right, so that was a little jokey joke for all my assigned film at birth bitches. Sorry. The fuck? Let's just drink some water. Let's drink some water. Protect your shit. But some still keeping you up at night, but double force, 444. You want to just protect yourself, protect your shit, but at the same time, you're having a hard time sleeping at night. Something's keeping you up. Something's on your mind. But guess what? Justice and the sun. So this is Leo and Libra energy coming in. But like justice and the sun, what's done in the dark will come to light, my friend. If somebody did you dirty, who they're about to find it. Don't worry. Don't worry. There is no hurry. Look at your Ten of Cups is there. It's waiting. Don't give up now. That's so hard for me to say because I am at the point where I'm giving up. I've been driven mad by winter. Look, go mad. I don't care anymore. Go mad? No, go mad. Okay? No mad? No, go mad. Okay? It's hard for me to sit up here and fucking it's not even hard. It comes with ease to sit up here and put a smile on my face and joyfully read these cards and say, "Oh man, hold on, look, this is coming, blah blah blah." And then in my fucking personal time, I'm like, I don't buy this shit anymore. What the fuck? And then I do it myself, and I'm like, been accurate up until this point. Why would I start denying it now? Why would I start doubting it now? Just because it's slow, just because it's taking a long time. Thanks. See, I love watching some of the random clips because I don't get how it works like at all sometimes. But there's just so much that goes on that there's, I guess, a lot to work through, or I kind of don't know what is taking the time, but I think a lot is just going to start boom, 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 happening Aries season. It's just going to do this little transition. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be very awesome. But we are being so tested that some of us are like, okay, I'm out. I mean, I get it, and I graduated. Cool, I passed the test. It's great. I'm good though, and now everything is fine, and I feel better, and I broke my cycles. I'm healing. I can let it all go. Yes, thank you so much. I'm done. And then life is gonna kind of have it out where the new year starts, and you're like, oh, I could just be more patient. I could actually, I feel like I see the sun again, and things are looking better, smelling better, feeling better, blooming. And we will too. But there's just this element of this dredging, cold, nasty winter that's also taking place. That is, justice. There will be justice. Could be Libra season. Something that took place in Libra season. Something keeping somebody up at night. Double up on the air. Ooh, and then right underneath this, after I just shuffled all these cards, somebody stabbed you in the back, and now they're feeling the effects. Ouch. You don't mess with the Queen of Wands when she's sitting at her throne. No, 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 no. Oh, girlie, what you done? Yikes. What's done in the dark will come to light. Eight of Swords. Being held hostage where you are no longer hostage. The Hierophant. Sticking to tradition, but staying true to the self. 10 toes down. Staying grounded. Three of Swords. A little bit of heartbreak, Taurus. Little bit of heartbreak. But you know what? That's how you make way for true love. Two of Cups. You can't know love without a little heartbreak, but somebody stays awake, just thinking about how they have it all, and so many options, and yet you don't call and they freak out. Okay, so no sweat. The Tower, bad. Let it all fall down. There's so many random piles going on here. I'm kind of tired though. I feel like what low energy tonight. People were not vibing with the collective. Justice shall be served. Justice shall be served. King of Pentacles. Seated at the throne. Ten of Discs. Lots of deals going on. And Ace of Pentacles. Getting that bag secure, that offer coming through. You may not know it now, but you about to have something that's going to bring you. This sounds like every reading. Doesn't it just sound like a ploy? But how can I sit here and like, is it taking us in a circle? Or has somebody really actually been fucking plotting something, planning something for months? That's why the sneaky energy came up, and it's like, there's just like, I need a little more time, I'm doing this and that, blah, blah, blah. And they don't want to tell you, the Lovers, and the Hangman, they don't want to ruin the surprise because they've been planning it for a while and they're afraid of judgment. Okay, well, about to give up, but then Leo, Strength, the Devil, Capricorn, the Fool, Journey, Ace of Swords, Knowledge coming in. Okay, so it just seems like everything does clear up in the next few days. And let the storm begin. Okay? I do think that's the weather forecast. Seems like someone feels left out of the cold and very burdened, very emotionally burdened, very much carrying the weight of the world, or so they perceive. They feel like they've been left out of something. Knight of Swords and Five of Wands. Just not feeling anything, maybe. Feeling emotional turmoil, at war with the self. And Three of Cups, walking away from something. Maybe reluctantly, but still walking away. And Queen of Cups, waiting for the return. The femmes always seated at the throne. Two of Swords. Justice once more. Coming to peace, coming to terms. The back of my head again, man. I don't know what that is. The Empress, more earthy energy. Two of Wands, the dude who haunted all the readings in the last reading. The Chariot, if somebody's dealing with a Cancer. Eight of Discs, working on the self. Two of Discs, change. Page of Pentacles, I ain't got much. Okay, well, guess what? Four of Cups, it's not enough. And the Moon, Pisces. So, no more. Hey, no, listen, I have been streaming for 2 hours, so you can imagine I also was late as hell. Good morning. Pisces season is the end of breadcrumbs, okay? No longer letting people treat you any certain kind of way, right? Come in with a little bit, say, no, thank you. That's it. And then we let it all go because it's the end of the year and it's time to change out and work on ourselves and embark on the new cycle, the Chariot. Send it back. Send it up. Play it backwards. Stack them up. And yet there's still a fixation on something that happened, or the Empress, a Taurus or something, you know? You're trying to move on from this person. Literally just picked up the Six of Swords and the Page of Cups and the Two of Swords. So you're literally trying so hard to move on, and in your mind you have, but in your heart you have yet to look away from it. And that's what's very curious about this, like Five of Wands. How do you not know how to feel when you clearly are feeling it if you are so engrossed and engaged and can't look away and like freak out if you no longer have access? Okay, like that's something you gotta reckon with a little bit there, bud. And it could be the other person. That's the weird part, right? Man, I just shuffled this and it's still the Five of Wands. Someone's not sure how to feel. Four of Cups. Guess what, buddy? That offer, probably not good enough. You know, if you're about to say, can we get a drink? No. No. If you're going to say, want to grab coffee? No. No. It's got to be a bit more than that, okay? Even if you don't got much, then you say that. Temperance, hey, I'm not really drinking right now. Is there a way you'd let me take you out for the day? We can just walk around. It doesn't matter, you know? It's just, it's about not setting a breadcrumb on the table and saying, we eat this. A drink. Lots of connotations when it comes to alcohol, when it comes to the singularity of a drink, right? Something brief, just trying to, oh, hey, vibe it out. Basically, you DTF or nah. It's not the move. It's not going to get you anywhere. Um, Coffee, almost same concept. Oh, let's be super, super casual. They're going to say, no, thank you. Um, can't afford dinner, cook for them. Like, you know, it's about the effort and it's about the commitment and it's about the time that you want to spend, not about the activity, not about the concept. And so when you're so used to something, when you meet someone, right, um, there is a need to be casual or there is a vibe or a tone you want to set. But if this is someone that you have yet to stop thinking about, which was the whole thing about this entire reading, exactly, right? I think that's why it's coming up is so many people are kind of like feeling the need to shoot their shot or whatever, but they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to ask. And I'm putting y'all on some free game. That's what it really comes down to when it's these love readings, right? Don't make a singular offer, okay? Do not make a singular offer. Leave it open ended. Even do you want to go to dinner can be very singular, although you can elongate that to be a very kind of timeless night. Or something like a picnic if you want to be different. And it's like, wow, that would require a lot of steps and like physically and pre- preparationally, if you will. That wasn't a true stunner, but more me trying to think of making up a word. Queen of Cups, Five of Swords, and Eight of Cups. So don't walk away from the good offers, you know, just because someone's jaded you before. When someone does make the kind of offer to go the extra mile or take the extra steps towards you, recognize it. And even if you're not into them, try to give it a chance and let them know in the moment if you don't still feel that way, if that makes sense. Um, Judgment. Some people are afraid of what others think. And that's sort of the problem with a lot of things, right? But you're in no place to accept lowball offers. And if you're trying to offer someone or ask someone out or something, just like, again, think thoughtfully. It doesn't have to be like expensive. Let me take you out to a 5-star, blah, 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 blah. Nobody really should care about that. And if they do, then that's maybe either not your tax bracket or just of a different interest, right? So, the moon, yeah, Pisces season's about to end, but the moon is like worst case scenario. What can you do? The worst case scenario is, baby, you could drive my car, you know. Um, hey, can I play you this fucking album that I like, you know? Something different, something, right? Low cost, Ace of Pentacles, balling on a budget here. There's so many things you can do that can be as, right? 10 of discs. Um, Unless you just don't do it at all. Five of Cups. Temperance. Taking a break from alcohol, especially if you're taking a break from alcohol, get creative with it. If this is even about you taking a break from alcohol, just not knowing what to do, drinking, not even when in terms of asking people out and you're literally just struggling to not drink, that is something is fill your time and cups with activities, right? That's why I drink so much pop is because I am trying to cut back on alcohol. Now I'm trying to cut back on pop, so I switched to LaCroix. It's a little late in Lent / Pisces season, but I'm finally over drinking or not wanting to drink, or maybe just because I'm getting close to the end of me not drinking. Although I might go to Easter, I haven't decided yet. Um, there's just this like, I don't know, a ceremonious need to do things like consuming alcohol or smoking weed or like even doing drugs. People find their spiritual selves and their spiritual journeys via drug use all the time. Um, So there's a reason people do these things. So if it can be extra hard to cut them out when it's like not only a social thing and a fun thing, but also a spiritual thing. That's how it was for me, where it was like, yo, sometimes I want to tap in, Queen of Swords. If you really struggle with alcohol, the biggest thing to like quit or cut it out, and what worked the most was to literally replacing it, but with something that would actually be better for you. Because I don't think me drinking a bunch of pop instead of me drinking wine is really like any better, is it? But if it's a process of weaning, then fucking wean. Who cares? Okay. Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. Ocean man, according to the voyage of the globe is a real truth. It's like the only Ween song I really know. Ocean man, yeah. Soaking up the worst of the land, ocean man. Yeah. I think I agree. Yeah. I try to take breaks. I at least take breaks, throughout my week, you know? Um, but it's also integrated into my routine and part of my medicinal treatment, and that's a very hard habit to break. Um, it's like I'm gonna have headaches right now either way. So smoking weed kind of makes me forget about my headache. That's great. Um, and being stoned helps curb any kind of like really worked up emotions when I get in these hormonal phases. So it's like super hard to justify quitting. It's like it's something I would love to be clear headed and just be myself. And then I'm like, dude, I don't think I'm in a position to even fuck with my medicine routine right now. And I hate that. And there's just so few things as alternatives for PMDD. And like some people will say, oh, birth control did it for me. Well, bitch, did it for me. And then a bunch of people will say that shit didn't work for them. There's people who are like, so glad I got a hysterectomy. And some people are like, why didn't the hysterectomy work? Nobody knows. Personally, I think it's aliens. That's why I think it's aliens. Because it's like, why isn't there a treatment for this? It's bizarre. There's pretty much a general uniform treatment, or at least a regimented plan for like any disease or disability that you can kind of think of, except for seemingly like this crazy hormonally divisive one. That that like sounds like alien abductions. That sounds like human hosts for alien fetuses, or like otherwise human and governmental experimenting. Who knows what they can pull off? Honestly, like don't know. Thank you. Yeah. You're so hilarious. Um, I mean, if it's something that's really important to you, they should just appreciate that, and you shouldn't have to fucking show it to them for them to make that choice. They should know you well enough to want to. I kicked cigs a while ago. I was okay with smoking cloves because I would make a whole pack of cloves last me for like 4 months. Um, but I bought the wrong pack. Didn't smoke any of these little mini cigars. They float around. I don't even know where they are. Um, and so I guess I just quit, you know? The Lovers, the Ace of Wands, the Moon. So Gemini and Pisces. A decision must be made, even if something happened in the dark or in a worst case scenario. Knight of Swords, some kind of action coming in. Ace of Pentacles, maybe some kind of offer. I don't know. Five of Cups, unsure. Strength, just weird energy. Maybe it's not enough. So yeah, but someone is just, remember the other night, it was all just this guy looking back, looking out there. Yeah, I was talking about it the other night. Oh my god, I was like going on about it. I was like so confused by the plot. I literally made a reference. Dude, I wish I remembered what fucking day that was because I was like literally so blown away by that movie because I watched it all the time. I was obsessed. I don't remember there was no music. It's not a Disney movie. I like don't know where you can watch it. I literally was talking about this on stream because what the fuck was the plot? They literally it's like Jurassic Park for kids. Yeah. We're Back is dope as hell. And it was so creepy to me and I was so freaked out and enthralled by it. And it was not like I just Land Before Time. I cried as a kid, but I didn't watch it all the time like I did with We're Back. That shit was just something else, dude. I don't know what even it's about. Literally. Oh, he goes back to it. Feeds dinosaurs magic cereal. That's so fucking funny. That's the fucking. I've gotta eat some cereal. This is amazing. Yeah, no, We're Back is fucking awesome. That's so fucking hilarious, dude. I think it was a book, maybe? Because there's multiple illustrations. But that movie was so good. But what the fuck? It was so weird, right? Like, what even was the plot? That's so cute. Yeah, I kind of love that movie. Yeah, 7 of discs, or 7 of swords and 6 of swords, and it kind of looks like you're headed right for some sneaky stuff. Queen of swords, cut that shit out. Looking back. That's what I'm saying. I didn't either. I couldn't remember what the plot was about, and I just read on Google. Like, Googled it, and it was that the fucking scientist that went back in time, like, literally gave them magic cereal, and then somehow brought them to the future. Like the cereal hyperized their intelligence, and then they were able to travel forward in time after he traveled back to prehistoric times. Yeah, I need to watch it. I need to watch it. Yeah, I need to watch that ASAP. That's so funny. I was talking about it a couple weeks ago. This is literally sad, you guys. There's just these people who are like in love. It's so annoying. Page of Pentacles and Two of Wands. Literally two people looking in the same direction, looking at each other with the same offer, the same thing in their hands, like thinking about each other. And no one really doing much about it. It's so sad and cute. The Fool, open yourself up to this journey of love. If you feel pulled to something or someone, like go towards it. Even if this is a friend, even if it's a soulmate, just someone, if there's someone at work, you're like, hey man, you want to hang out after work? It's like, boy, do I ever. It's not even like a romantic thing because this is the soulmate deck. Like, that's the thing, is this is the soulmate deck. And isn't it funny how I specifically said I couldn't remember any of the music? Strength, Leo, and 7 of Wands. Working through some stuff, okay? But you have to actually do it. Knight of Swords, actually put in the work. Ace of Wands, allow the feelings to come in order to once again have this journey, right? So, very cool, Leo. Knight of Wands, make your move. Head on in there. 2 of discs, change. There's like a mess of cards on the table, but a lot of them are piles. So Queen of Cups, 5 of Swords, and 8 of Cups, right? This queen is looking at someone, you know, everybody's just looking at each other. It's kind of weird. King of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. We got all these fucking dudes out here, masculine energies. Page of Swords coming in, cutting all of them off. Gotta love to see it. This Ace of Cups pile. No. Listen. Letting this go, letting this oppressive energy, letting go of any addictions, any possessive nature, any Capricorns, just letting them go in reverse, right? 10 of Wands and the Devil in reverse. Finally letting go of carrying baggage, carrying on to emotions, carrying on to things, holding on to things past due. Like all of it, dude. King of Swords. Cool. Accepting no crumbs at this table. Thank you so much. Clean up after yourself when you're gone. Period. Quit carrying on. King of Swords. Coming to cut that shit off. Boom. 5 of Discs. Can't get over feeling left out in the cold. Oh well. It's done. Be out there then. Boom. I don't know how to. I can't just play music on here. You get flagged and stuff. I don't do that. I don't even know how to play music on a stream. I tried once. Got the built-in extension for music, and no one could hear it anyways. So that's not even. I don't even know how that works. Next ad break, I'll listen to it though. Maybe. I don't even want to. I want to eat food. That's so true. I think this deck is done. The Hermit, looking within, relying on the self, and Virgo. I feel like, yeah, this deck is done. Going within. Doing what needs to be done, what you need to do. Yeah? Yeah. Ooh, Virgo again. Damn. Virgo again. Okay. Interesting. I'm putting that deck away. What's up, everybody? I kind of got to roll the ads in a second. So we are in tarot mode. If you're just tuning in, you just missed the whole damn reading. I was going to Halloween Oracle, but honestly, I don't even know if I feel like keeping doing tarot, if I wanted to switch to art, but I can try to hang on and do more tarot if y'all are going to stick around. I have 5 minutes left on the pre-roll timer, so I will be rolling 3 minutes of ads, and then we have a full, uninterrupted hour. See, they did not stick around. So I don't know what anybody wants. I might do the Halloween Oracle. I need at least a minute to catch my breath and think about it. So let's roll these ads, and when I come back, I'll probably be in chat mode and just kind of see how anybody's feeling. And for now, I'll be right back. Hey y'all, chat mode for a minute. How's everybody feeling? I forgot to list the song. I will remember. Let me pull it up this time. I just did a straight reading. I'm tired today. I was kind of tired before I started. I took like a fucking nap, kind of. It was like not a real long nap, probably 20 minutes or whatever. Rock. Roll back the rock. I will listen to this. I guess it's sort of convenient that it's a pretty quiet night around here. I appreciate y'all keeping me company, by the way. I would have stopped long ago if y'all hadn't shown up. But I might just end it here. I feel like last night I was feeling more social and really wanted to stream and was like, I forced myself to take the night off, kind of. And then tonight I like don't want to be streaming. And had I streamed last night, I wouldn't have forced myself to stream tonight. But I try to be consistent with the days that I say I'll be here. And we still got a reading out of it. I think it was still necessary. I think there was still a lot that was said that maybe needed to be said. And maybe I should explain I think it's good to explain myself or my own perception. But I also was taking some inspiration for this canvas. I didn't get much feedback for it. But there's gonna be an art night tonight, I think, for St. Patrick's Day, doing my little Irish painting, and then maybe pulling some cards. But I have some work that I can do. I don't even know what time it is right now, but I don't care. I think I just want to eat some food, maybe cry some more. Who knows, man? That's just who I am as a person. So I might just wrap this up. I can't even believe it's already been 2 hours. I'm like shook by that right now. But yeah, I'm kind of tired. It's a quiet night. It's really late. Yeah, I'm glad that you say that because, you know, it's not that I'm self-conscious about that stuff, but sometimes, yeah, exactly. Sometimes we push it too much. We get really hype in the chat. There's so many people sometimes that we love and enjoy talking to. Yeah, dude. Like, oh my gosh. Exactly. So let's just call it here. There was a beautiful little insight on soulmate readings. I do owe y'all some Halloween oracle, but it just I feel like once Pisces season ends, Aries season is like second Halloween, but like technically first Halloween, but that's okay. Yeah, I think sometimes that's the thing. Less people, less crowded. So definitely, that's the thing. Is some people's energy is just a lot stronger and they just dominate stuff. That's why there's just like these random call outs where there's some people that I'm like, listen, I've been trying to ignore the fact that you've been stalking me all these years, but at the same time, if you're gonna come out here when I'm a peak game, you're gonna get called out. Like that's fucking bizarre. You would try that after we know when someone's eating pizza or drinking beer. So wild. There's just certain nights. It just depends on who's around. So I'm glad that you felt it was almost personal because that goes to show people like sort of how it is and how you don't really need to say much, you know, because a lot of nights you're not only are you not the only one here, but a lot of nights you're only half in, kind of like gaming. So you like tune in, but you're not like turned on, you know, if that makes sense. Exactly. I don't really need to know everybody's business. And I feel like once people start telling me their stories, I'm start being, oh, I can relate this way and that way. And then I'm just exposing myself while everyone else remains fucking anonymous. And I'm the only one who is me, right? Like, it literally blows my mind sometimes. I'm just tired. I'm sleepy. Like, I'm just getting this energy of like, meh. I think y'all are too late. I think I'm out this bitch. I think I'm so sorry y'all have been in and out, undecided if you want to tune into these readings. Guess what? There's not going to be any more tonight. You can watch the replay. Hour 1, I talked the whole time, mostly to myself. Hour 2, pink deck soulmate reading, romance, relationships, love. Babes, let's get some sleep. let's call it. Let's get that work done. Last minute stuff. You don't need any more messages. The new year's coming up. It's going to be banger readings up in this next week. It's just like at the end of Pisces season when we were doing a reduced tarot for the past month, they're still not up to full base, but they will become probably come April, but really come Aries season. So, merry moment. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, thank you all for keeping me company, but I'm too tired. I am not drinking caffeine. Let's just call it. I love you so much. I'll be back tonight. And thank y'all so much. Good night and good luck.